It's time for Evanston Red Devil Sports, live on mylocalradio.com and on the radio at KNYN 99.1 FM. Red Devil Sports in the school year 24-25 are brought to you by Rocky Mountain Power, Ready, Trona Valley Federal Credit Union, Uinta County School District number 1, Bear River Dental, Rocky Mountain Yeti, Western Wyoming Community College, Evanston Campus, and Uinta Bosse's number 1. Mountain West Business Solutions, Evanston Regional Hospital, Cache Valley Visitors Bureau, Dr. McKay Frankum, the Best Western Dunmore Inn, and Legal Tender Restaurants. Westar Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, Freeway Tire, Hoover Chiropractic, the Come On In Casper, and by T7 Propane. Good afternoon, everybody. Elan Olliff coming to you live from the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth as we get set for game number 3 for the Evanston Red Devils in the 2024 Evanston Border Wars. They'll take on the Bonneville Bees out of Idaho, and it should be a fun one. We'll be right back after this. You're tuned in to a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Evanston Red Devil Sports, live on mylocalradio.com and on the radio at KNYN 99.1 FM.
Do something good for yourself. Give your home a new look. At Cazin's Furniture in Evanston, their friendly staff will help you make your home a peaceful and beautiful place to be. Comfortable furniture, appliances, artwork, lighting, and accessories work together to create an enjoyable and inviting atmosphere in your home. Make your living and sleeping space a wonderful place to be with brands like Serta, Ashley, GE, and more. Visit Cazin's Furniture, 941 Front Street, Evanston.
Water testing, water development, community enhancement grants, and seedling trees, education programs, and specialty workshops helping to preserve agriculture and natural resources in Uinta County. Uinta County Conservation District is here to serve you. Visit our website today at uintacountycd.com. When was the last time you got to stay at a hotel that had an indoor waterfall and a fish pond? Or a hotel with a swimming pool, a baby pool, and 5 hot tubs? At the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper, Wyoming, you'll get all of this, plus an amazing complimentary breakfast. You can even reserve a suite with a private jacuzzi for 2. The rates are so affordable that every time you're in Casper, you and the whole family can stay without breaking the bank. The best hotel in Casper is the Come On In and Suites. Make your reservations today and come on in.
Distracted driving is dangerous, but some people just can't seem to help themselves. There's the steering wheel propper, the sneak-a-peeker, the fast roller, the nightlighter. And it's not long until they become the fender benderer, the got-a-ticketer, the veering off the road, the driver who kills someone. Enough with the phones already. Just put them down.
And we welcome you back to the Cazin's Ace and Furniture pregame show, brought to you by Cazin's Ace and Furniture. Ace is the place with the helpful hardware folks. Elan Olliff coming to you live from Evanston's Red Devil Gymnasium here at Evanston High School, site of the 2024 Evanston Border Wars, as the Red Devils will take on the Bonneville Bees. This is Bonneville number 1. So the Bees bringing 2 teams here today. So Bonneville number 1, not sure which ones we're going to see here, but it should be a lot of fun. We are going to have a little bit longer than we anticipated, as they have 10 minutes on the clock before we get started with this one. So we'll see what happens with that. But so we'll go ahead and just kind of see when this thing gets started. But in the meantime, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll play our Red Devil our Red Devil Spotlight interview. Actually, no, we'll go ahead and take an extended break. When we come back, we'll talk about our Red Devil Spotlight interview, as we already played the entire one with Rachel Johnson and kind of let you know what she had to say about some things during our conversation. You're tuned in to First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil Volleyball, live on mylocalradio.com and KNYN.
Established in 1984, T7 Propane provides you with quick and affordable service. Rely on T7's services to bring warmth and comfort to your home or business. T7 Propane delivers everywhere from the Fort Bridger area throughout Bear Lake Valley. Schedule your delivery today at T7propane.com. T7 Propane for all your propane needs.
Top quality tools for your project. Triangle Bar Equipment Evanston has you covered. Small tools to heavy equipment. We have exactly what you need to get the job done. Triangle Bar Equipment in Evanston. Call 307-789-2639 today.
At the Evanston Walmart, you'll find all the tools students need to succeed. Our team is committed to providing quality products and an excellent shopping experience. Stop in today. 125 North 2nd Street, Evanston. Walmart. Save money, live better.
Book your next event at Aspen Cinemas. Make it your own with corporate or family parties, birthdays, video game nights, or personal screenings of new movies. They're all available. With affordable pricing and easy booking, you can make your next event stand out at Aspen Cinemas. Aspen Cinemas, 307-316-7846. Book your event today at Aspen Cinemas, 307-316-7846.
And we welcome you back to the Cazin's Ace and Furniture pregame show. Earlier, we got a chance to talk with Rachel Johnson. Of course, she is the reigning state diving champion in the 3A, and she talked to us about how things were very, very fun for her. We're going to go ahead this offseason, and we're going to go ahead and play that interview.
Hello and welcome to Red Devil Spotlight, brought to you by Aspen Cinemas in Evanston, Wyoming. Joined now by junior on the girls swim and dive team, Rachel Johnson. Of course, she's also your reigning state champion. Rachel, has that quite sunk in yet?
I think it's pretty cool, but I don't know. I think it kind of went away after a month. I kind of just forgot it happened.
So talk to me real quick about your offseason. I understand you went to Florida to go compete at some national championship competitions. How'd that go for you?
So in the off season, I was training all summer. I took a little break during the winter season just because I managed a wrestling team. But after that, I got right back in training every day. And then we went to a couple competitions in Lander, and that was pretty fun. And then we went to AAU Nationals in Florida, and that was a really cool experience. There were some crazy divers there. But overall, the experience was pretty good. Didn't do as well as I'd hoped, but it was still really fun.
Are you hoping to go back there this next off season?
Yeah, that's the goal. I want to make it to some national, USA competitions as well, and I think that'd be really fun.
I've rumors on the street you've been working on some new dives that you're excited to kind of roll out this year. Is that an accurate rumor, or are you just going with the similar program from last year?
Most of the dives are pretty similar. Once you have the basics down, you compete those. But I'm really going for the 105, the 2.5 this year, and really hoping for a 1.5 double twist. So that's pretty cool.
If you look at last year, what was one of the most memorable parts besides winning the state championship?
I think it was pretty cool being able to compete with Alyssa last year. We were really good competition for each other, and we had a really good friendship. And all the divers on the 3A side of the state was really fun. We had some good memories. We're all good friends.
Talk to me about this year's crop of divers. I mean, Alyssa's not here anymore. She graduated, so you're kind of the leader of the squad. Talk to me about the diving team this year and the swim team as well.
So the dive team is really small. We have a girl that comes down from Cokeville every day because they don't have a diving program or swimming there. So she drives down from Cokeville every day. And then we have a sophomore that just joined us this year, and she just started last week, and she's already competing in her 6 dive lineup, so that's pretty cool. But the swim team is actually really big. We have a pretty young team, so it'll be pretty good. They're all improving well.
Talk to me about your first competition. It was over in Rollins. What was it like to kind of finally get into competition and be done with the training aspect of things?
It was really fun. I haven't competed since July when I went to nationals, but it wasn't as good of a competition as I was hoping for to start the season off. But all the divers there were really young, all like freshman and sophomore age. So it was kind of cool to be like a leader there and have all the girls like looking up to me and telling me that I'm like an inspiration for them and they want to be as good as me. So that was really fun.
Evanston girls swim and dive moves up to 4A this year. Talk to me about what are some things that may change and may be a little bit different now moving up to 4A instead of being at 3A.
I would say for me, I haven't competed against those girls as much, so the competition is a little more like stiff. There's a lot of girls over on the east side of the state that we never see until state, and so it's kind of weird just like keeping up with their dives on like the Washa app, and like just like I follow all the girls on like Instagram and stuff and watching their dives, and it's going to be interesting seeing how they compete because we don't see them until state.
You're only a junior, so you're just kind of halfway through your high school career. What are some things you're hoping to accomplish in the next couple of years?
I would really like to keep up my conference champ all 4 years, so that would be pretty cool. And obviously winning state would be really cool. But I think just being able to like improve my own points and just like improving myself. But I also think it would be really cool to break the school record.
And last question for you, since this is sponsored by our friends at Aspen Cinemas, what's been your favorite movie you've seen in the theaters lately?
I recently saw It Ends With Us, and that one was really good. So, yeah.
Awesome. So you'd recommend it?
I would recommend that one, yeah.
Awesome. That is Rachel Johnson, junior with the Evanston Lady Red Devils swim and dive team. Also, your reigning 3A state diving champion. Rachel, thank you so much for the time. Anything else before we wrap it up?
No, I think that's it. Go Red Devils.
A big thank you to Rachel Johnson for joining us on our pregame show brought to you by Cazin's Ace and Furniture. This is the Aspen Cinemas Red Devil Spotlight. Inviting you to get your tickets now for Transformers 1, the untold origin story of Optimus Prime and Megatron, better known as sworn enemies, but once were friends, bonded like brothers, who changed the fate of Cybertron forever. Also, a cool thing Aspen Cinemas is doing is starting next Friday, you can go to Aspen Cinemas and watch every single Evanston Red Devil road football game and watch it with your fellow Red Devil fans free of charge for admission. And, of course, you can buy some great concessions as well. That is our Aspen Cinemas Student Spotlight. Again, scan the QR code on the graphic or visit their website at aspencinemas.com to get your tickets for Transformers 1 starting September 20th. You're tuned in to First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil Volleyball. When we come back, we'll have our Ellingford Brothers pregame coaches show with Coach Tara Lawler.
Friends don't let friends drink bad coffee. Come visit For Pete's Sake for fresh-made coffee, an amazing menu of home-cooked meals, and great company. Visit For Pete's Sake on the corner of 9th and Main, downtown Evanston.
Great signage is an important component to any successful business. It lets your customers know they have arrived at your doors, and it's a constant advertisement of who you are. When you install LED signage, you're taking it one step further. The ability to create color messages that move is an attention grabber. Plus, you can change the message whenever you would like. Make your business stand out with an LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign, providing service, installation, and maintenance on all signage. Rocky Mountain Sign, licensed in Wyoming and Utah. Call today for a quote, 307-789-5202.
The crew of Rocky Mountain Yeti have found themselves searching the wilderness for the elusive Yeti, traveling through the rugged terrain in one of their premium rides found at Rocky Mountain Yeti. Coming up to a clearing, the crew finally gets a glimpse at what they've been searching for, the great Yeti deal from Rocky Mountain Yeti. Visit today and see why legends are driven. 100 Wasatch and 130 North 3rd Street, Evanston.
Quality is the one thing that you can always count on when you do business with Ellingford Brothers in Evanston. Whether you're looking for strong, high-quality cement for construction, sand and gravel for road base, a cement trough or critter ladder for your livestock, or steel fabrication, including custom towing packages, bumpers, and other vehicle accessories, You always get high-quality products and friendly, knowledgeable service at Ellingford's. Stop in today, 199 County Road, Evanston.
Here with Evanston Red Devil volleyball coach Tara Lawler. Coach Lawler, Border Wars, it's here. It's one of our favorite annual traditions.
Filled and scheduled in early spring. And so Ben's talking to them oftentimes a Saturday tomorrow or a Saturday afternoon. Ben's already talking to those coaches to see if they want to come back or if they're prepared. And then, of course, Donna and Bubba are working throughout the season to ensure that their schedules haven't changed. Boyd Childs is great in making sure all the facilities are up and ready. And then we have our freshman girls working at all of the venues. Our JV and varsity are helping with concessions and the hospitality room. And then all of the parents help scheduling everyone to be where they need to be when they need to be there. So it is, and I'm sure there's many, many other people, all the volleyball coaches, middle school and high school. Don't mean to forget anyone. There's a lot of people involved. And then, of course, you being there and my local radio, the newspaper there, it's a lot of people coordination.
Absolutely. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit of volleyball now. You guys went to the Cokeville invite. I think you were pretty happy with the way you guys finished. You guys took third place at the event. Talk to me about what impressed you about the girls that opening weekend.
Going 5-1 is a great way to start your season. I thought our Friday play was much better than our Saturday play, and the competition on Friday I thought was tougher. We raised the bar. We were a much better team Friday afternoon, heading back to Evanston as we were driving to Cokeville. On Saturday, I don't know if I felt like there was that much improvement, but we were still doing some good things, but it definitely highlighted a lot of areas that we need to still work on. And it's early in the season, and we were playing primarily Idaho schools on Friday, and they started 2 weeks before us. So I do get that some of these errors that we're making are things that we just need to get back in the gym and address, and the girls will be able to fix. We had a lot of net calls. We had a lot of blocking errors that I think with a little bit more discipline and structure and just working on it in practice, we will be able to avoid those silly errors. Our serving was tough. I know, looking at the stats statewide, we have the top, I think, 2 servers in the state right now. So our serving is tough. And just overall, I don't know if we ever let up in any rotation with our serving. So that's great. And we need to maintain that and improve that just to stay on top in that capacity.
Big thank you to Coach Tara Lawler for joining us on the Ellingford Brothers pregame coaches show, brought to you by Ellingford Brothers, 307-789-1515 for all your sand, cement, and gravel needs. Moving on to our Cowboy State Realty keys to the game. Well, for the Red Devils, serving is what kind of got them in a little bit of trouble in the game against Lyman. So it's going to be serving and trying to limit the errors. So that is your key to the game for Evanston in this one. Well, we get set for our first set, brought to you by Jackalope Delivery, doing the hopping for your shopping. Call Jackalope. Good glimpse into the gym as you can hear the student section there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of the student section. All football players for Evanston, so they're here to show up for them. Evanston plays their final game at 5 o'clock, which I think that was done on purpose so the girls could be in the stands for the football game tonight at 7 o'clock. Always supporting each other, all the teams. As the Red Devils look like they will serve first. Jaylee Critchfield standing off of the end line. We'll get things started. For the Red Devils, it's Coley, Brown, Critchfield, Lawler, Barker, and Neely on the court. Critchfield to serve. Whistle's blown. Critchfield serves, and we're underway. First touch, back row, libero, McKiltrick. Now on the left side, Belknap puts it down on the left sideline, and Bonneville strikes first, 1-0 on the T7 Propane board. Back to serve for Bonneville will be Candace Leonard, the senior. Serve received by Evanston. Lawler with the first touch. Critchfield sets up Lawler. Near sideline. Off the block and down. And Bonneville gets Alyssa Train to go up and send that one back right at her. 2-0 Bees on the T7 Propane board. Bonneville 1 and then Bonneville 2 over on the second court, getting ready to take on Rock Springs. Serve by Western is actually the service. Received by Evanston, sent back in 3. Right side off the top of the tape, it's Train. Back to the Bees. Left side through the block. Shayla Belknap, and it's 3-0 Bonneville to start us out. Bonneville out of Idaho Falls, so big school, brought 2 teams here. A lot of talent to pull from. Good test for the Red Devils. Western with the serve. First touch, Evanston, Lawler. Critchfield, back set, Neely. Down in the back line. And the Red Devils get their first point and the turn the serve over to Kyan Lawler. (3-1) Bees on the T7 Propane board. Lawler with the serve. Sophomore sends it at the left line, bopped up high by, I believe that was Leonard. Sent back by the Red Devils as Brown goes off the block and out of bounds on the near side. 3-2. Bonneville on the T7 Propane board. Serve is long from Lawler, and it's 4-2 Bees. Back to serve is number 5, Belknap. First touch, Lawler, back row. Critchfield sets up Barker, punches it over the net. Received well by McKiltrick. Sent back on the left side, Leonard goes for the right corner and finds it. 5-2 Bonneville. Shayla Belknap, the junior, to serve for the Bees. First touch, Coley, back row. Critchfield camps out under it, pushes out to Brown, goes off the block, kept alive by McKiltrick for the Bees. Push back over by Train, and now back to the left side. Leonard, great dig by Evanston. Critchfield sets up Brown on the near side, off the block of Train, and back down to the Evanston side. 6-2 Bonneville on the T7 Propane board. Shayla Belknap to serve. First touch, Lawler, back row. Critchfield sets up Brown, near side, looking for the far side of the net, but it goes over the top of the tape and falls back down on the Red Devil side. 7-2 Bees. No, the point goes to Evanston. They just took the point off the board and called a B into the net. So the Red Devils trail by 3. Serve received by Bonneville. They'll send it back off of the arm of Barker and into the bench. Now it's 7-3 Bees on the T7 Propane board. Madeline McComber to serve for Bonneville. She's a junior. First touch, back row Lawler. Coley pops it high. Pushed back over by Lawler. Bees, right side, Train looking for the left corner. Great dig by Critchfield. Back over to Brown, down the near sideline and off the Bonneville block and out of bounds. Red Devils down by 3 as Austin Robertson checks in for the Red Devils. One of 3 seniors on the team. First touch, back row, Bonneville is Belknap. Setting up an attack, dead center net by Hawkins. And Bonneville stretches the lead out 8-4. Here in set 1, brought to you by Jackalope Delivery. Doing the hopping for your shopping. Call Jackalope. Train with the serve. Long. Red Devils get the gap back down to 3. And it'll be Alyssa Brown to serve. First touch, back row Train. Going under it is Western. Left side, Leonard. Sent back in one hit by the Red Devils. Back to the Bees. Slapped over in 3, and now Evanston with a chance. Critchfield dumps that. Looking for the 10-foot line, read well by Train. Back set, right side to Hawkins. Kept alive by the Red Devils. Lawler, near sideline, down on the 10-foot stripe. And Kyan Lawler makes this a 2-point set, 8-6. Bees on the T7 propane board. Alyssa Brown to serve. First touch, back row, Belknap. Cross set, left side, Leonard off the Evanston block and down on the left sideline. 9-6, Bonneville on the T7 propane board. Candace Leonard, the senior, to serve. Here in set 1, brought to you by Jackalope Delivery. First touch, Brown, back row, far corner. Gets it back over to Lawler on the near side, and she buries it. Dead center back row, and Kyan Lawler, the sophomore, doing what we have kind of gotten to know her to do. Kaisley Fitch, the senior, to serve. Red Devils down by 2. First touch, back row, but it's off of the knuckles of Leonard and straight down to the ground. And the Red Devils cut it to 1 thanks to the Fitch ace. 9-8 on the T7 propane board. Fitch to serve. Wide. Tried to go for the near sideline, couldn't quite get it in there. And Bonneville gets a 2-point lead. On to serve is the yellow jersey libero, senior Rachel McKiltrick. First touch, back row, Lawler. Critchfield sets it over towards Lawler, and then a diving Candace Leonard on the near corner. Can't do anything with it, and the Red Devils bring the gap down to 1. Jaylee Critchfield to serve for Evanston. First touch, back row, Kiltrick. Cross set, left side. It is Belknap and the Red Devils in transition. Lawler from the far sideline, off of McKiltrick and out of bounds. Evanston ties it up here in set 1. 10-10 on the T7 propane board. Critchfield with the serve. Long. Bonneville regains the lead. 11-10 on the T7 propane board, and that'll now bring up Cambria Western, the junior, to serve. First touch, back row, Brown, but it skips off her knuckles and behind her for another ace for Bonneville. 12-10 on the T7 propane board, Bees. Western to serve. First touch, Brown back row. Lawler sets up Critchfield, puts it over the net, but they call a Red Devil into the net. 13-10 Bonneville. Western to serve. First touch, Brown back row. Critchfield sets up Barker off a diving Leonard and out of play. Barker makes it a 2-point set. 13-11 on the T7 propane board as Lawler goes back to serve. Cazin lets fly, and the first touch is Leonard in the back row. Sets it over towards the right side. Great attack from Belknap, received well by Evanston. Neely on the near far corner, off of Leonard and out of play. Red Devils trail by 1. T7 propane scoreboard here in set 1, brought to you by Jackalope Delivery. Lawler to serve. First touch, back row, it is Cook. Left side, Train goes off the block and out of play. And Bonneville stretches the lead back out to 2. Mid-first set. 14-12, Bees on the T7 propane board. Belknap to serve. First touch, Evanston Coley. Critchfield sets up Barker. Down off of McKiltrick and out of play. Red Devils with the kill. And it's 14-13 on the T7 propane board. Cassie Barker, the sophomore, back to serve. Our play of the game against Lyman. Serve received by McKiltrick, and it's an ace. Red Devils tie it up. 14-14 on the T7 propane board here on mylocalradio.com and on the radio at KNYN 99.1 FM. Barker with the serve. First touch, back row, Belknap. Setting up an attack from Nicomber, and now back to the Red Devils. Brown off of the Bonneville block. Evanston looking for their first lead of the match. Brown with a tape tickler over the net, kept alive by the Bees. They cleared out at 3. Back to Evanston. Critchfield sets up Fitch. Down in the far corner. Red Devils take the lead. 15-14. Kaisley Fitch gets a beautiful set from Jaylee Critchfield, and now Cassie Barker to serve. Red Devils by 1. Barker into the net, and it's tied at 15. Madeline McComber to serve for the Bees. 15-15 on the T7 propane board. Set 1 brought to you by Jackalope Delivery. Serve received by Lawler, and it goes off of her and into no man's land in the far corner. McComber gets the ace. Bonneville gets the lead. McComber with the serve. First touch, Lawler. Keeps it high for Critchfield. Back set, Neely looking for the right corner, deflected by Western, and the Red Devils tie it back up at 16. Austin Robertson to serve for Evanston. First touch, Leonard on the left side. Back to Leonard and looking for the right corner. Denied by Coley. Dump set, Critchfield. Great diving dig by the Bees, and they clear it out in 3. Kept alive by Evanston. Critchfield sets up Brown off of the near sideline, top of the net and down. And the Red Devils take the lead, 17-16 here in set 1. A roller coaster of a first set for these two matchups. First match of the day for Bonneville, I believe. Third one for Evanston. Robertson serves for the Red Devils. Gets over the right side. Train looking for the left corner, and she finds it. 17-17 on the T7 propane board. Alyssa Train, the senior, to serve. First touch, back row, Lawler. Jump set, Critchfield goes to Fitch. Great dig by Belknap. Back to the Bees, left side. Leonard down in the back row. And Bonneville takes the 18-17 lead. Alyssa Train serves again. First touch, Brown, back row, headed out of play, kept in by Lawler. Coley clears out 3 and drops it down on the right sideline. It looked like it was going out. It was a judgment call, 50-50 call. And Bonneville decides to let it drop, thinking it could be out. Instead, it tags the line by maybe a foot or two, and the Red Devils tie it at 18. Serve is an ace. For Brown, and the Red Devils take the lead, 19-18. Brown to serve. That is long. Great recognition by Madeline McComber. She immediately started backpedaling, knowing it was not going to be there, and it is 19-19 on the T7 propane board. Served by Leonard. First touch, Brown for Evanston. Critchfield jump set. Goes to Lawler, looking for the far corner. Too long, too strong, and Bonneville takes the lead 20-19. Leonard to serve again. Tried to go for the left corner, put too much on it, and the Red Devils tied up at 20. I don't know what the set cap is in this tournament, but we might approach it because these two teams are not giving any inches for fear of the other team taking a mile. One hit return back to Lawler, off of Bonneville and out of play, and the Red Devils take the lead 21-20. Timeout taken. We'll take it with them. You're tuned in to a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil Volleyball. Live on mylocalradio.com and on the radio at KNYN.
You went fishing and forgot your bait at home? Jackalope. Getting your shred on and need to pick up groceries? Jackalope. Jackalope Delivery. If we have it here, we can get it there. Your locally owned delivery company. Jackalope Delivery. 307-679-7174.
What a first set, brought to you by Jackalope Delivery. Doing the hopping for your shopping. Evanston leads 21-20. They actually trailed by, I think, about 6-1 at one point during this set. And the Red Devils have come back. This is going to be a great match. It's the last one I'll be able to call for Border Wars because we got to go and get ready for the football game. But you can catch the Evanston versus Bonneville 2 match at 4 p.m., I believe, is when that one is. 5 p.m. on the stream marked 2024 Evanston Border Wars Friday Court 1 as Bonneville gets a service error from Evanston, and it's tied up 21-all. McKiltrick to serve for the Bees. McKittrick, excuse me. Serve received by Brown. Critchfield, cross set. Lawler goes to Train, and now the Bees in transition. Left side, Belknap off of a diving Brown, heading out of play. Ricochets off the stands, and the Bees take a 22-21 lead. McKittrick to serve again. Serve received by Evanston. Lawler goes Critchfield. Back to Lawler on the near sideline. Off the Bonneville block, but Evanston can't do anything with it. 23-21 Bonneville. Timeout. Taryn Lawler. We'll be right back after this on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil Volleyball live on mylocalradio.com and on the radio at KNYN.
When you're starting a project, you want to make sure you have all the tools and equipment you may need. From screwdrivers to angle grinders, Norco has the tool solution for you. Norco, 95 Independence Drive in Evanston, serving you better.
Sell or buy your home with a realtor you can trust. At Cowboy State Realty, we are dedicated to helping you with all your real estate needs. At Cowboy State Realty, we are working for you. Call us at 307-200-4332 to schedule an appointment today.
WattSmart is Rocky Mountain Power's energy efficiency program. WattSmart provides rebates to residential customers for energy efficiency upgrades made around the home. Devices and appliances that use electricity in your home can usually be made more efficient, and that can save you money and energy. When you decide to make upgrades, we have rebates available for you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
(23-21) Bonneville and the Red Devils make it a 1-point set. Break went a little bit long. Apologize about that, but we're back in time for the end of this set. Jaylee Critchfield to serve. Evanston down by 1. Late, midnight of the first set. Serve received by Leonard. Back set, left side. Belknap. Great dig by Critchfield in the corner. Coley goes to Evanston's Lawler, and she'll bop it out in 3. Here come the Bees with the chance. Back set, and there is a... sounds like a whistle in the other court, but a great attack there. It looked like from Belknap down on the shallow side of the Evanston Red Devil hardwood. Set point, Bees. First touch, Brown back row. Critchfield, jump set. Lawler drops it over the net, now back to the Bees. Left side, Belknap blocked by Neely, kept alive by the Bees for 2 hits, but not a third. Still set point Bonneville with Kyan Lawler to serve for Evanston. 24-23 Bees. First touch, McKittrick. Sets up left side, Train going for the back row, kept alive by Lawler. Over, back to Brown, off the block, and down out of bounds, tied at 24. Set point taken away by the Red Devils. Lawler to serve. 24-24 on the T7 propane board for advantage. First touch is heading out of bounds, kept in by Train and cleared out by the Bees. Red Devils go Critchfield. Brown near side, off the block and down on the Evanston side. Set point Bonneville. Belknap to serve. First touch, Coley back row. Critchfield, back set. Neely looking for the near sideline. Great dig by Belknap. Back to the Red Devils. Critchfield sends it high. Lawler from the 10-foot line. Great dig by McKittrick. And now back over towards the left side to Western. And it's Leonard into the right corner as Bonneville takes set 1, 26-24. Brought to you by Jackalope Delivery. We'll be right back with set 2, brought to you by Unity Vision. Right after this, you're tuned in to the First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil Volleyball, live on mylocalradio.com and on the radio at KNYN.
There are 3 things you can always Be sure of when you get your tires from Freeway Tire in Evanston. First, they offer a price match guarantee on any published price. Second, whether you're driving across the state for a sporting event or you're just driving around town, you can feel confident knowing that you have top quality tires that have been installed by tire experts. And third, you're always appreciated by the owners and staff at Freeway Tire. It's reflected in the friendly service you receive every time you visit. Freeway Tire, quality tires and great service. Stop in today, 217 Bear River Drive, Evanston.
Our community. We love it, we live it, we support it. Trona Valley is your local credit union, and we're proud to invest in relationships that go far beyond banking. We're proud to invest in the lives of our young members and their participation in sports. You're champions in our community, and we're here to support you all the way, on a court, on the field, or elsewhere. Together, let's develop lifelong, successful financial habits. You got this. We're here for you. Trona Valley, member NCUA, TronaValley.com.
Using the old-fashioned country tradition of barn building, Martin Sheds uses the time-honored construction techniques handed down from generation to generation. For quality, care, and attention to detail, contact Martin Sheds at 307-679-8187 to get a quote today.
Ready is committed to providing superior services to our customers by requiring individual accountability for excellence in quality, safety, and dependability. We are a growing company that is currently hiring across Wyoming, Colorado, Texas, Nevada, Idaho, and elsewhere. Our valued team members receive competitive wages, full benefits, and weekly pay. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
(26-24) Bonneville, the score after set number 1. What a battle both teams put on there as we go to set number 2, brought to you by UNTI Envision, where our vision is to improve yours. Evanston is, well, in a small sample size in 2024. Red Devils have only lost set 1 one time, and it resulted in the loss to Preston, Idaho. So we'll see what happens here as the Red Devils will look to get things going on the right foot here in set 2, brought to you by UNTI Envision. Bonneville will serve first. They're on the far side of the net as we're camped out off the end line across the way from the concession stand. Concessions sound pretty good right now, I'm not going to lie. As Bonneville will get McKittrick to check in, and he'll serve first. Cambria Western will do the honors for the Bees. Red Devils out there with Critchfield, Barker, Lawler, Brown, Robertson, and Coley. First touch for Evanston is Lawler. Critchfield, cross set, back to Lawler, through the block, down on the near side of the 10-foot stripe. On the near side, and the Red Devils strike first in set number 2. Critchfield to serve. That one, McKittrick, curling out of bounds. Kept in by the Bees, though. Critchfield for Evanston, goes to Barker, down on the back row. Cassie Barker playing more and more like another Barker that we saw not too long ago, who now plays volleyball for Weber State. 2-0 Red Devils. Served by Critchfield, kept alive by Belknap. Hit by Train, goes long. Red Devils start 3-0 here in set number 2. A must-win set 2 for Evanston. Critchfield to serve. First touch is Belknap. It's a one-hit return back to Evanston. Lawler clears it out on the third hit, and now back set, Belknap near sideline. Great dig by Brown. It's a one-hit return back to the Bees, and then going over the net, McComber goes one-on-one against a Red Devil, and Evanston gets called for the lift. 3-1 on the T7 propane board. Belknap to serve. First touch, Brown, back row, over returned, back to McComber. She goes up and over the net and puts it back to where it came from. 3-2, Red Devils. And set 2 on the T7 propane board. Shayla Belknap to serve. First touch, back row, Lawler. Critchfield, cross set, back to Cazin, tries to hit that one over the net, and she does. Back to Train for the Bees, and a one-handed fall-away block by Barker down in the back row. It almost looked like she overcorrected towards one side, towards the far side, but she gets one hand on it and sends it back. Evanston, in the meantime, serves into the net. It's back to being a 1-point set. McComber to serve for the Bees. First touch, back row, Coley. Critchfield, cross set, back to Brown. Over the block, and now the Bees with it in transition. Leonard for the back row, denied by Evanston's Lawler. And another great play by Barker as she goes up at the net on the near side, goes 1-on-2 against the Bees and takes it on herself. Drops it down on the Bonneville side of the court, and the Red Devils lead 5-3. Barker to serve. First touch, back row, Belknap. Bees can't get it over in 3, though. Red Devils up 6-3 on the T7 propane board. Barker to serve. First touch, back row, it's Belknap. Punched back over by Bonneville's Hawkins and back to the Red Devils. Brown off the block, headed towards the far near corner, kept alive by the Bees. They'll clear it in 3. Lawler with the first touch for Evanston. Critchfield sets up Fitch through the arms and off the arms of the back row defender, and the Red Devils lead 7-3 on the T7 propane board, thanks to the kill by Kaisley Fitch. Cassie Barker to serve. Tape tickler just over the net. Back to Leonard as she'll bop it up, but she gets called into the net. Red Devils lead 8-3 on the T7 propane board, building up a lead here in set number 1 as Cassie Barker goes to serve again. First touch, back row, Leonard gets a set back and looking for the back row, denied by Evanston's Critchfield. Lawler sets it over to Brown, looking for the far corner, denied by a running Hawkins, sent back by the Bees off of a diving Lawler and into the curtain. Train to serve for Bonneville, down by 4. First touch, Brown, who has to go down to the ground to get it. Critchfield looking to jump set Fitch, but her jump goes a little powerful and she goes into the net. 8-5 Bees. Train with the serve. Into the net. Red Devils extend the lead out 9-5. Austin Robertson comes in to serve for Evanston. That one's over the net, kept alive by Leonard. Back set to Leonard, who punches it over the net. Red Devils in control. Lawler from beyond the 10-foot stripe, deflected high by Belknap, kept in play by the Bees and cleared out by Hawkins. Red Devils in transition. Dump set. Jaylee Critchfield diving dig by Bonneville's Train, and sent back along the near sideline by Macomber. Drops down and the Red Devils lead by 3. Leonard to serve for Evanston. For Bonneville. First touch, Brown, back row. Critchfield bops it up high, goes back to Lawler. 1 foot on the 10-foot line and cleared out by the Bees in 3. Critchfield, jump set, Fitch off the block, down on the near side of the 10-foot stripe. And the Red Devils out to a 4-point lead as Brown will go back to serve. Robertson, Brown, Coley, Critchfield, Lawler, Fitch. Brown lets it go. First touch, Leonard back row. Cross set, Belknap looking for the near sideline, denied by Robertson. Pushed over by Lawler. Instead of the big arm spike, she just sets it over the net, drops it down on the near side of the 10-foot stripe, and the Red Devils lead 11-6. Brown to serve. First touch, back row, it's Belknap. She gets the pass back and sends an attack at the back line. Critchfield, reverse dump set over the net, and the Bees on the second hit. Western goes into the net, and the Red Devils lead 12-6. Served by Brown. First touch, Belknap, back row. Western, back set. Goes to Hawkins, blocked by Evanston. Still on the Red Devil side, and they get it over. Back to Belknap on the near side, kept alive by Evanston. Slapped over by Lawler. Diving dig, Coley in the back row. Can't field the attack from Macomber, and it drops down. Red Devils up by 5. As Rachel McKittrick, the senior libero wearing the yellow jersey to go. First touch, Coley, back row. Critchfield, back set, Fitch off of the block, and they call the Bees into the net. (13-7) on the T7 propane board. Serve received by McKittrick. And a hard attack from Belknap drops down on the back line. Bonneville trails by 5. 13-8 on the T7 propane board. Western to serve. First touch, back row, Lawler. Critchfield sends it back to Lawler on the far sideline. She goes into the net. Bonneville starting to build some momentum. Western to serve. First touch, Lawler in the back. Critchfield, reverse set. Barker off the fingertips of the block, kept alive by the Bees, but they're not going to clear it in 3. A desperation attempt by Hawkins ricochets off of the backboards of the basketball court that have been raised up here at Red Devil Gymnasium and drops down to the hardwood. Red Devils lead 14-9. Critchfield with the serve. First touch, McKittrick for Bonneville. Slapped over by Belknap, down in the back row. It was a judgment call. It looked like it had enough speed to maybe fall out a little bit, but Belknap just buries it in the back row. Doesn't even ricochet it off the back line. Red Devils by 4. Belknap to serve. First touch, Lawler back row. Critchfield reverse sets over to Neely. Pushes that one over the line, and it's long. She goes over the net. Tried to put it down on the near corner back row. Originally, the flag said it was down, and then it said it was up. Red Devils by 3. Belknap to serve. Red Devils with the first touch from Lawler. Critchfield sets up Barker into the nets. Bees starting to work their way back in as it's only a 2-point lead for Evanston in a must-win set 2. Brought to you by Uinta Eye and Vision, where our vision is to improve yours. 14-12, Red Devils. Bonneville on a bit of a run though. Belknap. First touch, Brown, Critchfield, cross set, left side, Lawler looking for the back row and kept alive by the Bees. Cleared out by, looked like Leonard as she goes off the Evanston block and out of bounds. And now it's a 1-point set. Belknap serves. Looking for the near corner, denied by Lawler. Dump set, Critchfield on the second hit. Now back to Leonard from the far near sideline to the far corner. Drops it in the corner. And the point goes to the Bees. 14-all here in a must-win set 2 for the Red Devils. Belknap serves. First touch, Lawler in the back. Critchfield jump set over to Lawler, and they can't clear it out in 3 as Lawler, her attack rolls along the top and drops down. Timeout. Red Devils trail 15-14 on the T7 propane board. You're tuned in to the First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil Volleyball live on mylocalradio.com and KNYN.
Just like our Red Devils athletes need breaks to come back and perform at their highest level, our eyes also need breaks. Everyone knows that 20/20 is perfect vision. The 20/20 rule is a great way to help our eyes come back to perform at their highest level. Every 20 minutes, take a 20-second break from your book, phone, or computer. In addition, it helps to look at something 20 feet away and blink 20 times to help relax your focus and refresh the surface of your eyes. Keep your eyes performing well so you can continue to enjoy watching the Red Devils compete.
When you need your eyes examined, call 307-789-3937. Now blink!
Second set brought to you by our friends at Uinta Eye and Vision, where our vision is to improve yours, and the Red Devils' vision right now in a 1-point must-win. Set 2, Red Devils find themselves down. So their vision right now, get back in the lead of this thing and get the serve back from Bonneville, as Shayla Belknap, the junior, has been working for a while back there. Belknap with the serve. First touch, Lawler in the back. Critchfield reverse sets over to Neely, looking for the back row, and it is too long. Bonneville by 2. Served by Belknap. Lawler, and that's out for an ace. 17-14 Bonneville on the T7 propane board. Shayla Belknap to serve. She has been back there for a minute. First touch, back row, Brown, Critchfield, cross set, Lawler off the block of Train, back to the Red Devils. They get it over in 3. Back set, Train on the far sideline, off the Evanston block and out of bounds. 18-14, Bonneville starting to stretch this thing out a little bit. Evanston had a pretty healthy lead at one point, but Bonneville has come roaring back. Belknap to serve. That one barely over the net, but it counts. Left side, Lawler looking for the right corner. Great diving dig and one hit returned by McKittrick. Back to the Red Devils. Barker tried to drop one down in the back row, but she got too much elevation under the ball and sent it flying out of bounds on the back row. Red Devils trail by 5 now. Belknap with the serve. First touch, Brown, back row. Critchfield, dump set. It goes off of Western and down on the far side of the 10-foot stripe. And the run comes to an end for Bonneville. Lawler back to work for Evanston. First touch back row, it's Leonard, as that's going to go and be a one-hit return back to Barker, who tries for that back row but just puts too much on it. 20-15. No, they gave the point to Barker. They gave the serve originally to the Bees, as that one is an ace. So Evanston now down 19-17 on the T7 propane board. Lawler to serve again. First touch, Belknap back row. Western cross set. Leonard looking for the net. Punched up and over, and one hit by Brown. Back to the Bees. Over return is, looked like it was going to be Brown. Tried to set something up. She jumped up high, and she actually kind of avoided contact as that one was off target. Red Devils down by 1. Served by Lawler. Gets it back to Barker, and she sends it forward, and the point goes to Evanston. Double hit on Bonneville, 19-19. Timeout Bees. We'll be right back after this on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil Volleyball. Live on mylocalradio.com and on the radio at KNYN.
When participating in sports, there's always a lot to talk about performing at the top of your game. I'd like to expand on that and ask, how about performing at the top of your game in every part of your life? This is Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic. I offer solutions to help improve all aspects of your game called life. Pain management, migraines, allergies, emotional release, nutritional supplements based on blood tests, and improved athletic performance. To help you perform at the top of your game every day, call today to schedule an appointment in Evanston or in Kemmer. Hoover Chiropractic, 307-789-0043.
Big second set for the Red Devils. Serve received by Bonneville. 19-19 on the board. Serve received by Coley, or attack received by Coley, and it goes out of bounds. Red Devils trail 20-19 and a must-win set 2, brought to you by UNTI Envision. Belknap with the serve. First touch, Lawler back row. Critchfield jump set. Pushed over by Neely. Kept alive by the Bees, but it's out of bounds. Red Devils tied up at 20. Cassie Barker back to serve for Evanston. First touch, back row, Belknap. Western jump set, looking for Hawkins. Can't get it over the net. Red Devils take a 21-20 lead. Barker to serve. That one is long. 21 all. First set was a 26-24 victory by the Bees. This one shaping to be a similar thing where extra points are needed. Served by Train, received by the Red Devils. Brown on the left side off the Bonneville block, still in play. Western sets up the Bees. Leonard off of a outstretched Critchfield, and Bonneville takes a 22-21 lead. Train to serve. Evanston bench calling for a side out. Train with the serve. First touch, Brown in the back. Critchfield jump set. Left side, Brown, too much. 23-21, Bees. First touch, back row, Brown, Critchfield. Back set, Neely off the top of the tape, kept alive by the Bees, but they get called. Actually, it's down, a late dive as Neely picks up the kill and cuts the lead down to 1. Neely comes out, Robertson comes in. That one just over the net, kept alive, return to Fitch, kept alive by a diving Austin Robertson and back to the Bees. Back set, Hawkins looking for the corner, deflected out of bounds. Match point, Bonneville. Candace Leonard, the senior, to serve for the Bees. Serve, receive, Lawler, back row. Critchfield jump set, looks for Fitch, off of a diving train and down. And it's 24-23. Again, Bonneville won set 1, 26-24. Looks like a very similar situation. Two really evenly matched teams. Would love to see these guys get together again. Served by Brown, received by Train. Western, cross set, back over to Belknap, blocked by Critchfield, and it's cleared out in 3. Critchfield goes for the dump set, blocked by Belknap. Back to the Red Devils, Coley clears out. Here come the Bees, as that was Hawkins off of the Evanston block, sent back by the Red Devils. Going one-on-one against Fitch was Western, and Fitch wins it, 24-all. Brown to serve for Evanston. Brown, Robertson, Coley, Lawler, Fitch, and Critchfield. On the court for Evanston. Belknap looking for the back row. Found it from the near sideline, and it's match point for the Bees. Sending back Cambria Western to serve. No, take that back. Hawkins checks out, and Kittrick, checks in. Serve received by Evanston. Critchfield, cross set. Over to Lawler, looking for the corner. Put it back in one hit by the Bees. Sent back by Evanston. Going for the win was Bonneville's Belknap. Pushed over out of bounds by Coley, and Bonneville takes set 2, 26-24, and the match 2-0. We'll be right back after this with your post-game show on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil Volleyball, live on mylocalradio.com and on demand, on the radio at KNYN.
Get a degree or certification, earn your high school GED, get job skills, become CPR certified, or use our free 3D printers and tools. These are just a few of the opportunities available at Uinta BOCES #1. Call 307-789-5742 to learn more.
Engines and transmissions and engines.
Making your car run better is Brett's Red Mountain Automotive's specialty. Brett and his crew can do a full engine replacement or repair, brakes, AC work, and more. Visit Brett's Red Mountain today across from the cemetery in Evanston.
Engines and transmissions and engines.
Whenever you're in Evanston, Wyoming, the absolute best place to stay is the Best Western Dunmar Inn, with a wonderful on-site restaurant that offers breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and a friendly staff ready and available to handle all your needs. The Best Western Dunmar Inn is a ground-level hotel with parking right at your front door. Rooms are convenient, comfortable, clean, and offer a great value for each guest. When you're in Evanston, stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn.
Healthy teeth and gums affect your overall health, including the mental image you have of yourself. That's just one reason that good dental care and hygiene habits should begin at a young age. Healthy teeth mean fewer sick days from school and higher self-esteem. We all want our children to be successful. Teaching them healthy dental habits at a young age with regular cleanings and dental checks is part of the answer. Dr. McKay Frankum serves patients of all ages. Call today and schedule dental appointments for your family. Dr. McKay Frankum, providing precision family dentistry at affordable prices.
The perfect mix of different ingredients can create the most delicious creation. Successful people have the ability to bring many different individuals together who work, collaborate, show kindness, use problem-solving skills, and include each individual's talents and gifts to create new inventions, compose beautiful music, and find ways to make the world a better place. At Uintah County School District Number 1, we work together every day to promote student success. Uintah County School District Number 1, Pathway to Excellence.
Fast, fresh, delicious. 3 words that describe your experience every time you enjoy a delicious meal with Jimmy John's. Utilizing the freshest ingredients, home-baked bread, and professional sandwich building skills, the team at Jimmy John's always delivers a mouth-watering sandwich to satisfy any hunger. Jimmy John's. Freaky fast, freaky fresh. Visit any of our locations today in Evanston, Rock Springs, Sheridan, and Gillette.
Welcome back to the post-game show. A close one as Bonneville takes both sets of a final score of 26-24. As that was a fun match, and I would not mind seeing those two go at it again, especially if you've got a full best 3 out of 5. But in this tournament format, Bonneville victorious 26-24, 26-24. For the Red Devils, they will play against Bonneville 2 at 5 o'clock. We will not have that on the radio, but if you want to see that, you can tune in to the stream on mylocalradio.com called 2024 Evanston Border Wars, Friday, 9/6/24, Court 1, and you can watch the live stream of that one. Should be a good one. That is your Jimmy John's Freaky Fast Recap, brought to you by Jimmy John's on 113 Front Street in Evanston, where fast and fresh meat. We'll be right back after this with our Dr. McKay Frankum Precision Play of the Game and our Pepsi Player of the Game on the First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil Volleyball, live on mylocalradio.com and on the radio at KNYN.
Established in 1984, T7 Propane provides you with quick and affordable service. Rely on T7's services to bring warmth and comfort to your home or business. T7 Propane delivers everywhere from the Fort Bridger area throughout Bear Lake Valley. Schedule your delivery today at T7propane.com. T7 Propane, for all your propane needs.
Is pain holding you back from doing the things you love? At Evanston Regional Hospital, our expert physical therapists can help you get back to feeling your best. We offer personalized treatment plans designed to address your specific needs. Whether you're recovering from an injury, managing chronic pain, or simply looking to improve your mobility, don't let pain control your life. Take control of your health and get moving again. Ask your family doctor if physical therapy is right for you, or call one of our therapy departments directly. Evanston Regional Hospital, because your movement matters.
At T-Bar Body Shop in Evanston, we have your car covered. From collision repair to glass replacement and complete vehicle restorations, our team makes it look like new. T-Bar Body Shop in Evanston, across from the cemetery.
Healthy teeth and gums affect your overall health, including the mental image you have of yourself. That's just one reason that good dental care and hygiene habits should begin at a young age. Healthy teeth mean fewer sick days from school and higher self-esteem. We all want our children to be successful. Teaching them healthy dental habits at a young age with regular cleanings and dental checks is part of the answer. Dr. McKay Frankum serves patients of all ages. Call today and schedule dental appointments for your family. Dr. McKay Frankum, providing precision family dentistry at affordable prices.
Western Wyoming Beverages has been proudly owned and operated in Wyoming for over 50 years, providing reliable service, friendly staff, and the nation's top beverage products, including Pepsi. We always strive to be the premier business partner for our customers. Western Wyoming Beverages services Rock Springs, Green River, Jackson, Evanston, Kemmer, Pinedale, Wamsutter, Big Piney, Mountain View, and Lyman. Go Red Devils!
Moving on in our postgame show, time for our Dr. McKay Franklin Precision Play of the Game, brought to you by Dr. McKay Franklin Precision Dentistry for the whole family. Call 307-789-8910 for your appointment today. We're going to go with Cassie Barker. That block she had in the second set, she jumped. She kind of went a little bit too much to her left, but still managed to get a hand on it, send it back to the Bonneville side, and down for a point for Evanston. So congratulations to Cassie Barker getting our Dr. McKay Franklin Precision Play of the Game, brought to you by Dr. McKay Franklin Precision Dentistry for the whole family. 307-789-8910 for your appointment today. Moving on to wrap things up with our Pepsi Player of the Game, brought to you by Western Wyoming Beverages. Everything's better with Pepsi, and who is better today? Well, I was not keeping stats for that game, so I got to go with who jumped out at me. And Kaisley Fitch, she is definitely developing into a great front row option for the Red Devils, and she had a great game today. So congratulations, Kaisley Fitch. You are our Pepsi Player of the Game, brought to you by Western Wyoming Beverages. Everything's better with Pepsi. And that's going to do it for not only this game, but I guess you could say, full broadcast coverage of Evanston at the Evanston Border Wars. Again, we do have Juan Diego and Star Valley and Bonneville 1 and Cheyenne South getting started on court 2. And you can watch that on mylocalradio.com under the Border Wars streams. A big thank you to our producer at the studio in downtown Evanston, Colton Bagley, our webmaster, Sean Hando, our executive producer and owner, Val Cook, our sales manager, Matt Petrie, our sales associates, Julie Burley, Julie Nelson, Sarah Pay, and AJ Lamb, and the rest of the staff at My Local Radio Sports. We have voice of the Valley, Mr. Anthony Colasuno, voice of the Rich Rebels, group voices of the Rich Rebels, Bradley Holmes, Rob Leifson, and Cullen Pace, and the voice of the President Indians in Idaho, Mr. Dan Hubbard, and voice of the Westside Pirates in Idaho, Mr. Jace Andrews. I'm Elan Olliff, saying we'll see you next time the ball flies, which will be right here on mylocalradio.com and KNYN 6:15 pregame show for a 7 o'clock kickoff. It's Evanston versus Vista Ridge, Colorado out of Colorado Springs, week 1 of the Evanston football or Wyoming football schedule. Game number 2 for the Red Devils. You don't want to miss it. Again, that pregame show brought to you by Cazin's Ace and Furniture at 6:15. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you at K. Fackrell Stadium.
The proceeding has been a wholly owned production of MyLocalRadio.com and Cook Brothers Broadcasting, LLC. No portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Cook Brothers Broadcasting, LLC. Thank you for joining us for this sports presentation on MyLocalRadio.com.